So, Balrog. We were talking about Balrog. Balrog's V-Trigger, V-Trigger 1. Why is this such a big deal? Why do people still keep getting hit by this? I feel people kept telling me that, you know, people don't really get opened up anymore because it's been 5 years of that. But then you go in ranked and you go and play against people, even offline, and you realize I can still open people up with this. So there's a couple layers here. So for those who don't know how this works, first, upgrade. Yeah, you have to upgrade as you. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, man, for donating. Yeah, as you can see, computer's trash. It serves the purpose for like uni stuff, you know, writing thesis and papers and things like that. Yeah, it's not frozen. I reset everything. But like for anything that it's more beyond that, it's kind of trash. But thank you. I'll definitely upgrade. I really like doing this as a gaming has always been my passion, so I'll definitely invest more time and resources on this. And the channel in 3 months is doing pretty well, so gotta be honest, I'll definitely keep it up. So going back on the discussion here, I'm gonna do a quick recap. I want to explain why, like a little thing that hasn't been explained about V-Trigger 1. It will take a little bit to get there. Brian F gave me the idea because I see him mixing this up with his V-Trigger 1 mix-ups, and he didn't talk about it when he was talking about the V-Trigger 1. So I think that should be added into discussion, and I'll get to it eventually. Balrog's V-Trigger 1, we all know how it works, I was saying. You get the Rekkas, you're -2 on them, but if someone presses a button that doesn't reach, spacing trap, right? They try to hit you, they miss. If he goes for a medium there, he stuffs me because he can reach. He's gonna hit my 4-framer with his 6-framer, but I'm -2. But if he presses a short button because he, you know, he's at an advantage, he's gonna get destroyed. For quite possibly a lot of damage, as you can see. So that's like 40%. Feels bad off of pressing this, right? How about I just press this and you get stomped? But that's the only thing on block, because if you try to spin or do anything, like you're gonna get, there's no mix up there. Can't do anything. The real thing, of course, happens when you're being hit, because this becomes real, kind of real. The overhead on the second spin trades with 3 framers. It has to be on the second spin, because later spins are, if you see the number up there, they're gonna be progressively minus and more minus, 1 frame minus always going further. But you're gonna see that the spin is actually -1 for me. I'm not plus. The low is very fake. This is fake. You're just scared about the overhead and getting hit low. One thing that wasn't mentioned, I think, by Brian F or other people, it is OSable, option selectable. You can, it's hard. There's like a 3-4 frames difference. The overhead hits and then 3 frames later there will be the low. I think I've labbed it, but it's very hard to do it, in my opinion, to block high and then block low. Very, very, very hard to do it. I've tried to condition myself, it's really difficult. So this is kind of real, because if you're scared of the overhead, you might get hit, right? I'm gonna actually show it because it's better. So this is the trade scenario, right? He goes for the overhead. Combo. That's a combo. Like, look on the hits. The trade, 2, 3, 4. That's a combo. But if you go on the low, I can definitely interrupt you. I can interrupt with this. One of the things that Balrog can do in these situations is cancel into his VSkill punch, which VSkill punch can happen at any time, right? It's not just limited to V-Trigger. You can do this anytime. And you're almost always in throw situation, like +2 in their grill. Buttons, like 3 frames lose to this. The game there in V-Trigger, just like not in V-Trigger, is try to hit their, you know, if they're delay teching, which is what they want to do, try to hit them when they're trying to delay their tech, so delay your button. The usual delay. I might get into more detail if people don't know about this, but it's the classic throw situation where someone is +2 or -2. That little gamble interaction, right? What hasn't been discussed, I feel, in the whole mix-up situation is that this has to be taken into consideration. I've seen Brian F do it all the time, and that's how he was able to upgrade his mix-up in V-Trigger, because when he pops this, say he does this, right? And he knows his combo is gonna be scaled heavily. He's probably gonna make his mix-up real. He's gonna mix normal mixes like this, the ones we've been talking about, with this. And he's +3. This is different. This is a word apart from the other one. This is different. I was saying this is a world apart from like the normal spin because I'm +3 in your face. I can throw. This is real. The overhead is real. You can mash through it. The strength of this mix-up, I feel like today at the end of Street Fighter V's life cycle is this. Get to your little situation where you activate with whatever button, but you mix some of this with the normal stuff, with the normal. Or maybe you use that real spin, let's call it, this is the real spin with the EX, to do the mix-up that you want to do to avoid risking any, you know, people mashing things in between. And you spend the V-trigger, the Rekkas for damage on the mix-up that is more likely to hit or not get interrupted. Do you get what I mean? A situation like this. One was real, one wasn't, right? I feel it hasn't been discussed, this side of the V-trigger. The mixing, the normal options that you have on V-trigger, which are slightly more risky if you think about it, because if you want to go for the low, you risk getting interrupted. Online, it happens all the time, they all get interrupted. With, of course, your VSkill punch, especially when they're about to get stunned and you know you're not gonna get the stun with the normal Rekkas, but mostly it's mixing up these two factors, the real spins and the fake spins. So, and this happens real fast, man. You don't have the time to think about anything. You don't have the time, and you might think you can mash there, but you can't. And I'm gonna try to put this on the channel at the Balrog, you know, guides. But yeah, I think that next stream we could do playing Among Us, not Among Us the game, Among Us. Playing a little bit of a battle lounge with all the viewers. That would be nice. Also, there was people who wanted to play with me. So that'd be nice. Getting to know each other. Critiquing each other's gameplay. Oh god. So I think I'm gonna cut it a night, guys. Call it a night. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know the criticism to the stream. This was the first one, of course. Hop in the Discord. Let me know what wasn't working, what you think could be improved. Subscribe to all the things, the channel, the stuff. I don't never say it on my clips, but 90% of the people who watch my channel aren't subscribed. It hurts my heart. Okay, I'm gonna stop. This is getting weird. Have a good one. Besos.